Hello everyone. The build that we are going to do today is a Messerschmitt Bf109 G2, which was flown by Horst Carganico. The photos are made when he was on Finland's airbase in Salmijärvi in 1943. Horst Carganico had 60 kills in air, and he also participated in 600 missions. For this build I will use Messerschmitt Bf109 F4 kit and conversion set from vector, with which we can make a 109 version G2 out of F4. Also, I will use 3D decals for interior of a cabin. This pack is from Quinta Studio, and I also have masks from Montex. Today I have gone through the first page. It is motor and so-called weaponry block. I didn't put everything on a motor because I am not going to paint it, and also I hadn't glued the exhaust pipes. The reason is because my colleagues from job gave me a tip to glue them when I will start to glue the motor to a plane, and it will be on a 23rd phase, and yeah, it is pretty far away. This way I can better glue exhaust pipes, and so the appearance of them will be better. As said earlier, I will not paint the motor, but I'm going to paint the guns. The paint I'm using is gun metal from AK series, and I will add some details with a simple pencil. That's all for the first phase, and the next step will be a cockpit. Right now I'm going to make part of a fuel pipeline. It has a yellow color, but there is also a transparent part, and I will do it from transparent plastic. I will cut a little bit from an original pipeline and will glue a handmade transparent part. Here are the cockpit details. I needed to adapt a few things and then reglue them. Firstly, as always, I'm going to degrease all details, then put a primer, and a few places I will cover with metallic paint because I will use a chipping technique. After these steps, the cockpit will be painted with RLM 66 paint. I gathered all details that need paint RLM 66 just to do it in one go. I'm going to use a black primer with the grain of 1500. It is from Ganza series. So let us begin with the painting. The cockpit details are ready. They are painted in metallic paint and sprayed with a hairspray. It is for chipping. Also, I painted a tube that provides oxygen. And here is paint for a cockpit. I am using the regular alcohol. If you have a nitro paint and you also want to do chipping, then it is better to use a dried brush. If you have an alcohol paint, as me, then before chipping, dip the brush a bit into the water. And here is a process of chipping. Now it is time for the 3D decals. Here I squashed a little bit of glue, and to put it on the surface I'm using a needle. After I painted the cockpit, I heard that this kind of seats were used on early M.A.S series of 109. It means that I needed to redo the seat. On the G series there were only some kind of pot, so I cut everything unnecessary from the original seat, and after I put it back, I spotted that at higher part of it was a gap. Hopefully there was some sort of an overlay, and I made it by using a foil. After correcting my mistake, I started a weathering process. For that I am using a dark gray panel line wash from MIG. I am on the final stages of the cockpit. I need to glue a pipe 3D decals and cover cockpit in a matte varnish. There will be also a photo of the real cockpit with this pipe. And to glue it, I'm using an instant glue. Here we have a back part of the cabin. We need to glue the belt, and also we need to glue a belt and plate on the left part of the fuselage. Here are our decals, number 12 and number 14. I will cut them now, and after I will dip them into the water and let them rest on the sponge so they will dry. Here are our belts. I will use an instant glue and not the original glue from Quinta, because it is not that good as instant glue. Firstly, I take belts, then dry a bit, and then dip it into the instant glue, just a tip, a little bit. No, not there. Yeah, that will go. Could be better, but we have what we have. The left part of the fuselage is ready, and now we will work with the panel. Here it is, and I will use only instant glue for small details. The glue from Quinta, maybe I will use it for seat belts, but I'm not sure. It is very good for big details, but not small ones. And I will glue a small yellow lever. It goes right here. Firstly, I glued the inner part of the panel. Now that is a bit in the middle, and after I glued the outer part. I will put a drop of instant glue right there, and then put a lever. And this was the last detail of the panel. I will put a bit of the instant glue on this side. Maybe another one, because it is not enough. And then we take our seat belts and glue it. And here are the shoulder belts. We'll also dip them into the water and let them soak. And now I will cover everything in matte varnish. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Here is the final result.